15-minute presentation on gender, justice, and peace for the CEAP for this afternoon's forum. In the research I conducted for my dissertation entitled Truth-Telling, Forgiveness and Healing, Keys to Gender Mainstreaming in the Judiciary, I have arrived at the conclusion that we can never have peace, sustainable human development, and genuine democracy in our country unless we have a working justice system. Using the framework by Margaret Schuller on legal components, we see the following: the substance, what the law says; the structure, how the law is applied; and the culture, how people regard the law. So for example, when you talk of substance, we talk about international covenants of which the Philippines is a signatory. That would include the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the UN CEDAW, that's the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, the UNCRC, that's the Convention on Rights of a Child, and of course the Philippine Constitution. And then later I'm going to talk about the policy trail. How many beautiful laws have been passed by our Philippine Congress, signed by the President, that should ensure gender equality before the law between men and women, and yet we would also look into the reality. So look at the structure, how the law is applied by the law enforcement, by the prosecution, by the courts particularly, including the Supreme Court and the other administrative agencies. The Transformative Justice Institute went outside of the usual 5 pillars of the criminal justice system. We're saying we ought to consider 8 pillars of the justice system, and that would be the law enforcement. The next one, please. Okay, that's the substance. The next one, the structure, and the culture. All right, the 8 pillars, that's true to all of the pillars. In the recent exposés brought about by certain investigations in Senate and the House of Representatives, you have seen even what is happening in the Bureau of Corrections. All right, look at the next graph. They're the state of the justice system and the judiciary. Dirty politics and politicians surround the various pillars of the justice system, including the judiciary. Dirty politics and politicians are perceived to be in the game of money and power. The judiciary is trapped in the mess. Here, the biggest challenge is how to extricate, insulate, and free the pillars of justice and the judiciary from politics. The patronage system has long been existing in our country. That is a principal source of abuse of power and authority of many. May that be a point of reflection to all of us. That ends my input. I'll be ready for your questions. Thank you and God bless.